hope to own 29 businesses by the age of 50. If I can do that, I'll be set for life. And you got to think about it. It grows exponentially. Once you buy your first business, keep your job, you're making double the income, triple the income that you were making when you only had the job. Pay off that business. Now it's all profit. So you were making 60K just at your job. Now you're making 180K with your job and your business after the business is paid off. Then you go in and buy your second business, this time a bigger business. This time you're making 180 a year. Live off that 640,000 a year, Live off 40,000 a year. You should have no debt. If you're making 180K, living off 40K a year, you should have no debt. Pay off all your debt. Your next business, here's the sauce. Your credit should be so good, you should be able to put 10% down for an SBA loan. That way, it's over. $100,000 $1 million business, that's $250,000 a year. Now you can quit your job off of buying two businesses. Off that. Now you can live off $40,000 a year for the next 10 years, 5 years. Keep buying businesses. That $250,000, once you pay off that in 4 years, 5 years, pay off that business. Now you're making what? 120 plus 250 a year, 370 a year, 370,000 a year. Now you put $300,000 down on a $3 million business. Ooh. Now you're making like $800K a year. Now it's over. You can fucking retire. You don't have to buy another business. But if you want to get that super wealth, you got to keep buying businesses. And that's the way to go. If you don't have a specialized skill to get you millions of dollars, like if you're not specialized enough to work at Amazon and get that $1 million contract, that $1 million deal, the athlete or entertainer getting those $1 million contracts, that's a way to get $1 million. Is by buying businesses, saving your money, saving aggressively, living under your means for about 10 years. That's all it takes. Then you can kick it up a notch, rent out the $2 million house once you buy your first 2-3 businesses. You can rent out the $2 million house just to keep your expenses low. That's if you want to keep buying. If you're fine with making $1.2 million a year, $1.1 million a year, then you can go buy your house, whatever. Buy your house, put a down payment down. You're making the money forever, $1.1 million. But if you want to keep building wealth, you keep buying businesses. That's how it keeps going. These NFL players, how do you think they make money after they're done with the league? What is the first thing that they're going to do? You tell me. Tell me, what are they get? They're going to buy a business, man. That's what they're going to do. That's what you should be doing. You should be doing what they're doing, but with less capital. You have less capital, you play a different game. You keep your job, you save aggressively, you buy the business. You can buy it with loans. The government wants you to buy businesses with SBA loans. That's why they give them out. The government makes money off it, you make money off it. Lose money to make money for you and the government. It's easier said than done, though, because you will have to take out loans once, to pay payroll for your employees and stuff, get last-minute loans. Sometimes you may miss a payment for your employees, but hey, you might get sued, whatever. But hey, you make money sitting on your ass. So you'll find a way to do it. You'll get savvy. If you buy your first 2-3 businesses without any hassles, without having to take out a loan for the business to pay off payroll, or the AC's down in the business, you need a new AC, whatever happens, then you're on a good route, man. A lucky route. Because if you have your hassle on your fourth business, you can afford to repair whatever is wrong with that business from your other businesses. But if you have something on that first business, that's will happen if you buy a cheap business. You put $30K down, buy a $300K business, that will happen to you, man. That will happen to you. You will have something to fix. You will have months without payroll, but you buy a good, healthy business for $1 million, you're good, bro. It's fine. It's hard to find a good business under $1 million, honestly. Maybe you can find one for $500K, but you would probably, with your credit and everything, you'll probably need at least $100K down. If you have great credit, excellent credit, you can get away with $50K down. But the best thing to do is to save your money.